What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics and Biohacking. So look, I want to talk about dialing in stacks. I want to give you a specific example, and then we're going to run through the steps of adjustment. Pretty important for you folks. In the meantime, product supports this broadcast. Number one, the Cortex stack, powerful pre-made stack. I mean, it's the kind of stack you take if you just instantly want verbal fluency within the time frame that it acutely affects you in the onset is, which is about 25 minutes for most people. Verbal fluency, mental energy, motivation, productive drive, the will to work in a stack. Get Cortex Live, Cortex.com, 30% off using the coupon code 30. A better deal is the Cortex Double Stack, which gets you 2 bottles, and they're each $24 each. You can find that at livecortex.com. Listen, if you're brand new to nootropics, there's one course that you have to just start with. You have to watch there. It's a video course of me teaching you how to use nootropics from the ground up. It's called Nootropic Ground Zero. That is 30% off right now using the coupon code 30, livecortex.com. If you're already into nootropics somewhat, a year, and you need to take your usage experience and results to the 6-year mark that is defined as the master class, get the Nootropics Masterclass. It's a video course that teaches you how to do that. No coupon code. That is just $55, discounted right now. Cheapest it's ever been, livecortex.com. If you're a guy that needs to raise test, get the VTP. Liking Testosterone Protocol is a protocol that I designed for myself initially to raise tests when nothing else worked. Now executed in several hundred men with great results. Get it at livecortex.com. Last couple things. If you're a business person or a generally productive person that wants to supercharge cognitive performance consistently and permanently, either get the 1 month, the 3.5 month, or the 6 month intensive. These are hands-on, results-driven, biohacking, frequent communication consults where you work directly with me to achieve those goals. The 3.5 month and the 6 month program also apply to something that I am at the forefront of, which is post-SSRI, sexual dysfunction, otherwise known as PSSD. If any of these put question in your mind about how relevant they are to you, please email me, ryan@livecortex.com. Okay, so listen, let me just start by saying, it is extremely critical for you to understand when using nootropics to achieve optimal brain performance that in most cases, unless you just hit the nail on the head with a dose initially that's just perfect for your brain chemistry, you're going to have to be adjusting the stack to get optimal results. And there'll be cases in which you take a stack proposing that it'll do one thing or the other positively, and then you will respond negatively to that stack, in which case you have to adjust. So I want to run through an example here and then let you guys know that when stacking and adjusting, this is extrapolable to every stack that you take, right? You can extrapolate this to every stack that you attempt to take to get good brain performance. So let's take a stack of 20 milligrams of fasiracetam and 750 milligrams of oxiracetam, okay, basic stack. What this stack would be intended to achieve is a noticeable clear quietness in your brain via some of the inhibition of excessive neuronal firing like glutamate, but also fostering one of those major neurotransmitters, acetylcholine, so that you can still have your functionality to you, and hopefully in an optimal way. So background calm, functionality, right? Say a person takes that stack and gets the response of a quietly functioning brain, but no extra performance, right? No good performance. That would indicate that the GABAergic part of fasiracetam, because that's one of its major mechanisms, is quieting the brain down, which is good, but the acetylcholine relevant element of that stack, which is the oxiracetam, is not as potent as it could be. So you feel fine, you're just quiet, but no extra performance. Okay, that's what that would indicate. So the adjustment for that would be, and this is just one example, there's a lot of different ways to adjust stacks, would be to keep the fasiracetam dose the same at 20 milligrams, run the experiment again, but take the oxiracetam to 1,500 milligrams. Okay, now that's high, but you're gonna see. You know, there's many ways to do it. I mean, you could take the oxiracetam to 800 to 900 to 1,000 to 1,200, like, and work your way up that way. And sometimes I suggest that, but this is one particular example where you can just sort of get this done quick. The response to that stack, which is just bumping the oxiracetam up to 1,500 milligrams, is Still a quietly functioning brain, meaning the GABAergic in the mix, which is phosphoracetam, is doing its job at being inhibitory and silencing some of the other background stuff. But you also have pronounced tiredness. That would be an indication in this case that you've got excessive brain choline. That's it. Phosphoracetam is enhancing choline uptake into neurons and thus acetylcholine synthesis, in addition to being GABAergic. And then oxiracetam is telling the hippocampus to pump out more of it. That was my cat. I'm sure you guys heard that. What's up, Max? How you doing, man? You want a treat or something, bro? So that would be the reason for that. You've just got too much of a release of acetylcholine, which tells you need to adjust again and move the oxiracetam, which is the major choline release induction agent, down a little bit. So the final adjustment in this stack would be keep the phosphoracetam dose the same at 20. Take the oxiracetam from 1500 down to 1000 milligrams. Usually in a case like this speeds up the process of finding the right combination. So we jump to 1500, then back down to 1000 after not experiencing the best benefits at 750 on the oxiracetam side. Otherwise, in this case, like I said before, you would just move up the oxiracetam in 100 milligram increments. So basically, doing it this way that I've laid out in this post would take you 3 steps to reach the outcome of having 1000 milligrams, assuming that's your sweet spot of oxiracetam. The other strategy of just sort of going up to 800 and then 900 and then 1000 on top of the initial dose, that's 4 steps. So you're removing a step in that process. Look, I want to make a point, and that is that neurohacking, which is a biohacking subtype, is not straightforward. It's very rarely straightforward. It can be, but most of the time it can and usually does include unwanted effects or what you might call side effects. So that's just something that people have to accept in the process of neurohacking using nootropics for cognitive performance. This process is very necessary. I cannot stress enough how necessary this process is, and how much ditching of nootropics in general that people engaging because they don't understand that that's the process and it's necessary, and because they haven't taken the additional steps to adjust, right? People just will take a compound with another compound, a stack, get a negative result, and finally conclude, their end conclusion is just it's usually the main base of the stack doesn't work for them, right? Or one element of the stack doesn't work for them. And that's not true. You just have to adjust. Hope that makes sense. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, Cortex Stack, 30% off right now, coupon code 3030livecortex.com. Powerful pre-made stack. It's the kind of stack that I take usually to do videos and audios because it just turns on verbal fluency. I mean, I took it today, only took one with a little bit of oxiracetam, but the Cortex Stack just induces verbal fluency. It's powerful. 30% off livecortex.com, coupon code 30. If you want a better deal, get the Cortex Double Stack, which gets you 2 bottles, but each of them are $24 each. Find that at livecortex.com. If you're new to nootropics, Nootropics Ground Zero, explained at the beginning, it is where you need to start. If you're into nootropics, have some experience, but want to ascend quickly to the masterclass that's defined as the 6-year mark, Nootropics Masterclass, that's $55 even right now, no coupon code. If you're a guy that needs to raise test, don't go on TRT. It's if you get the right doctor, it can be fine going on TRT. You get the wrong doctor, you will have health problems for many years. Just get the Viking Testosterone Protocol if you want to raise tests. 30% off, coupon code 30, livecortex.com. Lastly, if you need me for large-scale comprehensive cognitive optimization work, the 1 month, the 3.5 month, or the 6-month intensive, those programs are built for me to work directly with you in a highly communicative, frequent interaction, biohacking way, where we foster extreme brain performance. The 3.5 month and the 6 month also apply to something that I am and Cortex Labs is at the forefront of, which is PSSD, otherwise known as post-SSRI sexual dysfunction. Email me, ryan@livecortex.com if you have any questions about what is relevant to you. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time.